Well, hello there, folks. Welcome to today's video. And you may not actually like this video. If you are a trainer and presenter, I'm going to give it to you hard. I'm going to give it to you a little bit raw here, folks. And that's me in the background. I love my new background here, folks. All right, so today's video is all about technology and stop using it. Stop using the Menti, the fancy presentation software. Stop using the Kahoots. Stop using the fancy applications and all that, funky stuff out there that you can buy. Right? Now, here's the thing, folks. We see a number of people jumping on the bandwagon when they're running workshops with their new fancy apps and their mentees and their stuff, right? Now, here's the thing. This is why I'm so anti-Menti and all the whatever apps that are out there. Right? If you cannot present effectively using the chat box and using the whiteboard in Zoom, then why are you using advanced tech? Why are you doing that? Stop trying to drive a Ferrari before you've even learned to crawl or walk, right? Now, this is going to be harsh, but what we often find is that people jump to the Menti or jump to the fancy stuff before they've mastered the basics, and they cannot engage their audiences, right? Or they'll throw things into polls and they don't even know how to use the polls, right? And we just find so many people, they don't even have the basic engagement skills of a chat box or basic skills on how to draw on a whiteboard, and they go all fancy. So maybe we should actually learn how to engage at a very, very basic level, understand the fundamentals of engagement, and then we go to the application, right? Stop going there before you've mastered the basics, right? And essentially, if you understand the basics of engagement, which I'll go through right now for you, you can create a massive amount of engagement without all the fancy stuff, right? Get the fundamentals right, and then go to the fancy stuff, right? And one thing we also notice about the fancy stuff is people go there without actually testing it and practicing with the technology. But that's another topic another time and another embarrassing moment to think about that, right? So let's come back to the science of engagement. 4 major things to lead to engagement or to think about. Number 1, get very, 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 very good at asking questions, right? So be able to ask quality questions that are going to get responses from your audience and get them engaged and keep them engaged, right? You can do that in a live environment by actually asking questions, getting people to put their hand up, right? Or in the online environment, getting them to, respond in the chat box or respond verbally, unmute themselves, all that fun stuff, right? Second, you want to be constantly changing the way you the information and the learning modality, right? So you want to be doing sometimes pair work, sometimes group work, sometimes individual work, sometimes group activities, sometimes you talking, sometimes videos, sometimes role plays. I don't mind, but it's a variety that makes all the difference, right? So hypothetically, if you're doing Menti the entire session, boring, because people need variety, right? So if you want to create engagement, go for variety. And that leads on to the next point. Number 3 here is focus time, focus energy. And as we know, the attention span of people is dropping faster than the economy or whatever it may be, right? But it's dropping fast. And many years ago, the average attention span used to be 8 minutes. Now it's down to 3. So it would still be kind of silly if you're running courses and you're expecting people to concentrate for more than, 15, 20 minutes and doing the same thing. Bad idea. Don't do that, right? So if you want to create engagement, make sure that your activities are short, sharp, to the point. And if you're sending people to breakout rooms, which I'm sure that you are, and I hope you are, that you are sending them in with very short, sharp instructions, dropping them in, 5 minutes, bring them out, do something else, and you're constantly changing things up, right? Next one is a very, very important one. Next one is my absolute favorite of all time. It is the one that will make all of the difference to your training. It is the one thing that will make you the standout presenter, the one that's so engaging, the one reason why you are curious about what's going to happen when the TV says to be continued. He said, we need to appreciate that the brain of your learner is a prediction machine. It's a prediction machine. If we want to get people to engage, we have to be able to break that prediction muscle, so to speak. How do we do that? We create suspense, folks, suspense. We get people wondering what's going to happen next. So how do we do that? Well, we chuck some blanks on the slides, right? We don't put in the full word. That'd be weird. We just put the first letter. Or we tell half a story. Or we show half video. Or we say things like, not yet, but later. We're going to go through something that's going to transform your life and give you a tool tactic to be able to create massive results. Whatever you want to say. But one of the simplest ways to do it is throw blanks on your slides throughout the slides so people are wondering what's it saying. And you, with your class, are going to fill in those blanks together. Many, many, many strategies available for creating suspense. But let's tie it all the way back to stop using technology, right? So here's the thing, folks. If you can master all of those basics with asking great quality questions, varying teaching modalities, bringing your activities to shorter, sharper, and more often, and last of all, building suspense, then once you can do that, then add on your technology. Then look at all the mentees and all the Kahoots and all that kind of stuff. But don't go there first. Get your engagement right, and then go to your Kahoots, right? The other thing is, do you think about the emotional journey of anyone that's doing any of that tech stuff as well? I mean, games and Kahoot is fine, but it doesn't suit every personality type as well. Right? It will definitely suit more so the people that are competitive and do love games and stuff like that. But you got to pick your audience and pick your tool for that and for that topic as well. On that note, folks, hope you got some value from the video. Make sure you get your engagement right, even face-to-face, even online. Engagement has the same fundamentals. And if you want to find out more about that, I've got other videos on it, and I'm sure you're following the channel anyway. But on that note, folks, hope you got some value, and we'll see you on the next one. This video was all about stop using the technology if you ain't ready for it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. And if you are going to use it, please make sure you practice it so that the first time you use it isn't the first time you use it. Please, please, please. All right, enough of me. Thanks so much for watching.